Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Facebook Nation. It's Nikki Smith again, Knowledge by Nikki. How you doing this morning? I'm doing my normal morning routine. I get up and I drive and I pray and I think and I decompress and I plan out my morning and I just do all kind of stuff in the morning. I do. Guys, I've been doing this for, I don't even know how many years. I have been getting up. A car is my think tank. That's where I can really process, kind of undistracted. I rarely turn the radio on in the morning. Rarely. It's a rare occasion that I turn the radio on in the morning. It's just where I go to really figure things out. So I got a lot on my brain right now. A lot of things I'm trying to do. A lot of things that I'm planning within, say, the next 3 years for. So my mornings are real intense. I mean, really, I have to sometimes kind of, gather my thoughts. And so what I want to talk to you all about today, there's a book that I haven't finished yet, but I'm in the middle of reading it. Sometimes I have 3 and 4 books going at one time because it kind of depends on what mood I'm in as to what book I want to read at that time. So I got 3 of them I'm reading right now, but one I'm almost finished with is called Miracle Mornings. And I can't remember the author because I ordered this on my Kindle because I do audiobooks too. And I ordered it on my Kindle. Hi, Vera. Hey, lady. I ordered it on my Kindle. And I always somewhat knew this. Hold on, my battery is going down here. I always somewhat knew this, but I didn't realize how important it was until I started going to business seminars and business classes and really getting the opportunity to talk to people that were successful by my standards. When I talk to them, let me tell you what's interesting, guys. All of them, when you get a chance to talk to them or buy their books or listen to them at their seminars, they all get into talking about how their habits or their daily, really morning, the things that they did in the morning were the things that set the tone for their entire day. I don't know if some of you all know that, but I've heard that over and over and over again. Now, me, I'm naturally a morning person. I've been a morning person since I was a kid. It's nothing hard for me to get up in the morning, but it's not just about getting up. It's what do you do when you get up in the morning? What do you do? How do you start your day? I promise you guys, the more I've intentionally started doing whatever, and I'm going to talk about a couple of things that I do and I believe you all can do also. Good morning, Stacy. We're talking about miracle mornings. I made a decision intentionally to get up and try to set the tone for what I wanted my day to be like in the morning. Let me talk to my salon professionals. This is also something that I do, believe it or not. I do not clean my station. I'm usually too tired at night anyway. I do not clean my station until the morning. I don't leave it a wreck, but I literally say, okay, I'm done for today. I need to shut it off. And I literally will come in hour early, however early I need to get there. Sometimes it's even earlier than that. And I will spit shine my station, my floor, my whatever it is for the day. That's something I've always done. It's something about the mornings for me that's fresh. Now, I'm an early morning. So, like I said, you may not be as early as me. And when I say mornings, guys, don't get it confused. I'm not saying everybody has to be a 4 a.m. girl. What I'm saying is, what do you do the minute your foot hits the ground? The minute you roll out of bed, what do you do? Because it will set the tone for your entire day. It will set the tone. It will. Good or bad. If you get up running, you have a hard time catching up mentally for the day. You kind of just, you could be in that frenzy for hours before you actually get your mind together for the day. So when I talk about mornings, I'm talking about getting into habitual habits that literally will start setting the tone for your entire day. If you do bank deposits, and I am still wearing my seatbelt, guys. I had somebody ask me when they saw me do this, did you take that seatbelt off? No, I just put it behind me sometimes because it bothers my collarbone. So I still got this mid part on. Okay, but back to what I was saying. Your mornings, the early bird really does get the worm, y'all. I will tell you. Now, but I realize everybody's not a 4 o'clock. I'm a 4:30, 5 o'clock girl naturally. Even when I go to other states or other countries, I still wake up like the same time that I normally would based off of whatever time it is there. But let's just talk about planning your day, getting up for the morning. I get up every morning, guys. And hi, Felicia, how are you? I get up every morning, and the first thing that I do is I obviously shower. In the shower, I start my thinking process. I'll put a little music on in my bathroom just to kind of get my mind, and it's usually Christian music, something to kind of get my mind ready for the day. Then I'm literally talking to God the whole time. My prayer is just talking to God. That's what I do. I don't have anything on. I'm talking to God and kind of getting ready what I need to take with me to go wherever I need to go that day. The night before, I generally have written down some of the things. I keep a pad on my nightstand so that I can write down whatever comes to me, sometimes even through the course of the night, and if there's any plans that I need to make in the morning. So I've already kind of written down what it is that I need to do, what it is. Okay, I need to go to the store. I need to this kind of happens at night. So in the morning, I'm gathering everything up that I need for the morning, everything. And then I finally set out probably about an hour before I talk to you all. And this is where I'm driving. I sit in my driveway and I have a real prayer. And then I actually start to go into action. I'm driving. I'm thinking. I haven't stopped anywhere yet because what I'm doing, guys, is I'm processing the day all the way down to the clients that I'm going to be servicing that day, if there are any phone calls that I need to make that day. And let me say something about scheduling your day. I want to put a plug right there for a minute. I was listening to Joel Osteen one day, and he was talking about when his father was still alive. He really was puzzled sometimes about how his father could manage to get everything that he had to do, and he had a really busy life. How did he get all of that done in a day? He said he happened to go into his father's office, and his father had a huge a calendar that sat on his desk. And he said he realized that his father literally scheduled everything. He said all the way down to he saw on his father's calendar how it said, take Joel to get ice cream between 1 and 2. He said everything he had to do, he put on the calendar. I want to commission you all that are listening. I do that now. I literally schedule my entire day. Everything down to if I'm going to eat lunch at 1 o'clock, I literally will schedule my appointment so that I get a small break at that hour. Whatever it is that I need to do for that day. If I need to make a phone call that requires me some privacy, I literally schedule my day to encompass what it is that I have to do. But these things are planned, thought out before they're executed in the morning, guys. Whatever your morning is, mine is 4 or 5 o'clock, yours may be 10. That's fine. But you have to start planning your day and scheduling your day, not just clients, even everything else you have to do. You have to start scheduling your day in the morning. You may start even part of it at night and finish it in the morning. You know, my favorite author that I mention to you all the time, he always talks about your life and your changes in your life will only be as good as your daily habits. We have got to become a little more habitual. And I know some of us literally live off a fly and we just wake up and just whatever happens, happens. No, guys, when you want to start seeing real success, when you want to start seeing real change, you are going to have to figure out how to structure your life and everything you have going. And you're going to have to figure those things out in the morning before your day starts. If that means you have to lay something on your car and schedule in front of you, all of us have different methods on how we figure this out. But it is imperative that you plan your day according to what you do, or plan your day in the morning and let your day be executed according to that. It is absolutely necessary. So after I get in my car, back to what I was saying, I drive, and then obviously you all come on. I haven't started my yoga yet because my schedule is still kind of crazy, but after next week, I told you all I'll be doing yoga from 5:30 to 6:30 in the morning. It's called Rise and Energize, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'll still be able to catch you all at 7. Then anything that I need to buy, if it's something for the salon, if it's something for the weekend, if it's whatever that is, when I get off the phone with you all, I'm generally going to whatever store I need to go to, whatever I need to do. I've also mentally planned out, and this is something I want to challenge my stylist to doing. You have to also set goals and quotas for yourself as far as monetary. You have to also know how to establish what you need in terms of finances. I need this to be produced for today, which means that you look at your client base. Now, I know some of you all have online systems, so I still don't have an online system because I don't mind communicating with my clients. It's okay for me. So for those of you all that have an online system, no, that's okay. You have an online system. You need to look at what your day looks like. You need to think about how you're going to make your dollars that you are requiring for that day measure up to what your quota is. So you have to intentionally say, okay, this client, she needs X, Y, Z. So I know that's going to produce this. This client needs, and this is all in the morning, guys. This client needs this, this, and that. We talked about this color service. Maybe I'll go ahead and give her that day because that'll help me achieve my quota for the day. You have to run your entire day down so you know exactly what to present, what they know. You can even text them if you do that. Don't forget, we're getting our color today. Get them excited. Okay? This is the things that you have to do, from what you have to do that has nothing to do with work to actually what you have to do at work. You have to establish that every single day. You have to establish what it is that you need for that day. That's something that I know a lot of us are not doing. We talked about a couple weeks ago about having an a la carte price menu. I know when it comes to that aspect of what some of us, our stylists, are doing, we haven't gotten that together yet. So it's difficult to have a quota if you don't have your price list solid. All right, so we got some work to do. You come to the Salon Owner Strategies Conference, which I gave you all the information yesterday about that. We're going to deal with that too. You're going to know how to do that. Again, that's 708-798-7900. You can send me your email via text to that line, and I'll be able to send you information on that. But you're going to need to know how to set up a price list that will help you to know exactly what you should expect in order to get your quotas. This is all in the morning, guys. In the morning, that's all you're doing is you're thinking about your day, your clients. If you have children you need to drop off, that's part of your day. But you got to plan this hour by hour, minute by minute. You have to plan how your day is going to work. And this is intentional, guys. This is not something that just happens. That means you may have to figure out how to get up earlier so that you can have time to think through your day. There's a book I'm reading. I told some of you all that came on a little earlier. It's called Miracle Mornings. And I'm actually about 3/4 of the way through. And it's really interesting, the perspective that this guy has on his mornings, because he was not a morning person. And he realized, I can't remember the author's name, so you all just have to maybe put it in Amazon, because I just clicked it on my Kindle when I bought it. This guy talked about he was not a morning person, but he wanted to reach a certain level of success. And it was no way he could achieve that until he restructured his mornings. He had to figure out a way. I got to get up, because in order to be successful, guys, it requires preparation. Daily preparation, intentional preparation. You can no longer just get up and let the day just happen however it's going to happen. You have to choose how you're going to think, choose how you're going to structure your clients and what they're going to pay for this, that, and the other. You have to make all these choices on a regular basis. It is absolutely necessary in order for you to achieve success. You also have to make sure that if you're going to goal set, which everybody should be, we're going to talk about goals next week. If you're going to set goals, you have to set, just like we talked about with the football game. You got first down, second down, third down, fourth down. The ultimate goal is obviously to get through the goal line. You're going to have to start in different cycles of your life in the morning, meaning you may say this for this 6 months, I'm going to do this. I'm going to add this habit to my morning, whether it's working out, whether it's you're going to start getting up and making your breakfast instead of running to McDonald's, or whatever it is, you're going to have to write it down. Yes, I said you have to write stuff down. I was the master at one time of saying, oh, I remember. No, it's not about remembering. It's about when you write stuff down that you need to do in the morning or period for the whole day, it starts to put some type of accountability on you when you write it down. You know, I know it's kind of in our mind, but it's true, guys. When you write stuff down, now all of a sudden you feel accountable to what you wrote. It is absolutely necessary. So whether you start at night, whether you do it all, I get up early enough to do everything in the morning. I just have little footnotes at night that I'll put together in the morning. But you're going to have to change your morning routine. You're going to have to change your habits. That also comes with being able to intentionally do stuff in the morning. You'll do it long enough. What do they say? It takes 21 days to break a habit. That's very true, guys. Usually if you can get through something in about 21 days to 30 days in a month, you can probably stay pretty good at it. Probably. I know sometimes we pick those habits back up, but for the most part, you usually can break it in that amount of time. So we're going to have to design our mornings earlier. My morning consists of about 3 hours, meaning that I have from about 4:45, 5 a.m. to actually about 8:15 a.m. because I start work Thursday and Friday at 9. I literally sit down and I say, okay, I just say 5 to 8, 3 hours. I got 3 hours to come up with a schedule. That's what I want everybody to do out there. I want you to figure out how much time do you have from the time you wake up to the time you actually have to start your work day. And I want you to start making a schedule within that 3 hour span. I mean, if you got to put it in your phone, if you got to write it on a piece of paper, well, you should write it. But I know we do put a lot of stuff in our phones too. But I want you to create a timeline between everything you're going to do in that cycle. And I want you to start executing it. Start doing it. Okay, it doesn't take long to start. But in order for you, and have it, if you're a person like me who loves to be in your car, or wherever it is that you go, that's your think tank, or that where you process well, you need to have it posted there. I told you I do salon owner seminars all the time, sometimes smaller for more personalized, maybe 10 people at a time. And I often ask the audience, where do you go when you need to think? Where do you go when you need to get away from it all, be undistracted, undisturbed? Where do you go? Everybody needs to have a place that they go to. Mine is my car. That's where I go. I waste a lot of gas, y'all, but I'm okay. I go actually to my car. I sit in my car, I drive, and it's really driving, not just being in my car. I actually drive. Some people have told me they like to be in the park. Some people have told me the gym. I've heard all the way from the closet to the office to the bedroom to wherever. But you need to have a place, guys. You need to find a place that you actually can go and clear your thoughts. You know, I travel a lot. I do get the opportunity to be on airplanes for hours at a time where, you know, you can't call nobody, they can't call you. And even though I do get tired of flying sometime and do get tired of sleeping in hotels, but I treasure the time that I get on an airplane where I don't have distractions. They actually really help me think. So that's something that I want you all to really figure out first. Where do you need to go? You got to have a place, especially those with small children. You got to have a place that you go to get away from it all. You got to figure out where that space is. That's got to be your space. Okay? But I want you to make yourself a schedule. Figure out and start trying to get up at the same time every morning. Start getting into that routine. Whatever that time is, mine is 5, yours may be 9, 10. I don't care what time it is. But start getting into a routine of getting up at the same time every morning, and then set a schedule from that time to the time you know you have to actually physically be at work, where you got to do the job or whatever it is that you do. I need you to set a timeline. At 9 o'clock I do this, at 9:30 I do that, at 9, if it's 15 minutes, I drop the kids off between. I need you to start setting a timeline for everything you're going to do in the morning. And it has to include things that are going to stretch you. You have to include your challenges in that day. You have to include, if you're a salon stylist, you have to include, I got 10 clients or I got 15 clients, and by the end of that day, I need these 15 clients to produce $1,500. So how am I going to accomplish that? That means I need to color this one and color that one. And let me tell you what that's also going to do is that's going to make you become better at being prepared, buying your products early, buying them in larger quantities so you have what you need in advance, so you ain't running to the store every day or bothering a distributor try to please come now. No, that means when this starts happening, you will become better prepared at having what you need so that you have things to plug into that day. If you need color, if you need relaxer, if whatever it is that you need, you'll never run out because you'll start ordering better. Because in order to plug into the plan of your day, you got to also be prepared with your inventory, whatever it is you need for that day. So no more of this buying 1 bottle of spray, 2 bottles. No, you buy a case. When that case gets halfway low, then you buy another case. So as you're planning your morning and what you're going to do, you have all your supplies, all your things right in place. And then you know when your 1 o'clock comes in, she gets this. When your 2 o'clock comes in, he gets that or she gets that. You literally can plan your day out so you really don't miss a beat. Now, we know even in a perfect, well-laid plan, things happen. But you actually, when you have a plan, and even when something throws it off, you just pick back up where you left off based off of where you are in the schedule. There may be some things, if something happens, say your child got sick or whatever, and it threw you off, then okay, you may have to, for that morning, omit a couple of the things that were in your schedule. But guess what, guys? You just pick it back up tomorrow because it becomes a part of your day. It just becomes a part of what you do. So it becomes very easy to just pick that back. Okay, I missed the gym today because my child got sick. It's not the end of the world because tomorrow I'll be there. But in order for us to have and start invoking some levels of discipline into how we're going to make these changes. I've been talking to you about Color Me Crazy, the movement. I've been talking to you. One thing that I realized that is the struggle with a lot of the stylists that I'm training about how to add more color services and things like that into their menu is the fact that you got to plan it. When you're doing these color services, it's not like grabbing a bucket and just relaxing. No. You got to plan. You got to take time and talk to people. You got to do consultations. You have to plan that. It requires more thinking. It requires more strategizing, more planning. It requires that. And I believe wholeheartedly that some of that is the reason why a lot of people aren't embracing it, is because we just have some plain old lazy stylists, for lack of a better word. We just got lazy stylists. They're just lazy. Anything that doesn't come easy, if they have to think too hard about it, then they like, forget it. That's too much. I don't need to do all that. That's lazy is what that is. And I don't want to hear anything from you about what you aren't able to get, do, or accomplish, because you're not going to be able to do it until you quit thinking lazy. Life ain't easy. If you want to get past certain levels in life or start managing and controlling your life by controlling your morning, you're gonna have to do some stuff that isn't easy. It's gonna require something of you. What I'm telling you to do, to become routine with doing that, it's not easy because you intentionally have to do it. It doesn't just happen. You can fall off easily unless you say every night, maybe like I do, you throw some stuff on a piece of paper. Every morning, this is what I do. From 5 to 5:15, I do this, from whatever. And if you add something to your morning, then you're going to have to readjust your schedule. It is intentionally. Quit thinking lazy. That's right. We got a lot. I've been teaching this Color Me Crazy movement, or the classes rather, for about 5 years now, since 2012. I do a 2-day seminar, and then I also do the modules where you can break down all 9 courses that you get in a 2-day seminar in smaller digestible pieces if you want to just take one thing at a time. I've been doing that now, guys, for a lot of years. 5 years now, almost 6. And I've done them hard. But what is happening and what I'm seeing is, it's not that the urban or the black stylists really can't do it. The problem is they've let their talent carry them for their entire careers, where they do things kind of on autopilot. So, you just know how to curl the hair. You just know how to do this. Even cutting doesn't require as much thought as color. So what I'm finding is, and the reasons why they're not more successful, because obviously they came to the class, so they want to learn something, is that color requires them to think. You got to plan. That's right, Felicia. You got to plan it out. You got to have what you need. That means you got to be better at keeping inventory. All of this, you're not going to be successful if you don't have what you need and know what you're going to do before they get there. That means if I got a girl with hair down to her butt, I got to already have 100 foils already cut and laid out for her, or I just got to have the dispenser where I can do it as I go, already set up. Ain't no when she get there, because see, time is money. When she gets there, you can't now start finding everything. It doesn't work, guys. You got to have that stuff planned out already, know what she's getting, have already had the consultation. It requires thinking. And what I'm trying to do with everything that I'm telling my people, my industry, is I'm trying to get you all to the point where you stop being lazy when it comes to having to exhaust more mental energy, because that's what we're doing, and to intentionally structure from your morning to what you need to how you're going to execute it. There's another book made me think about that I read. Now, this book I've read about 10 times. It's really good. It's called The 4 Disciplines of Execution. It's also one of the best books I've ever read that really put me into action. Felicia, can you put that up for me? It's called The 4 Disciplines of Execution. It's by Sean Covey's son, which I think is Chris Chesney and Covey, the one that made the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That's Steve Covey. So it's by his son, which I believe his name is Sean, but it's called it's really good. The 4 Disciplines of Execution. Really a good book. We come up with all this stuff and this is what we're going to do, but the only way you can execute it, guys, is you have to start planning your day. Steve Harvey says it best. Every minute of your day should be accounted for. He's not lying. Every minute has to have a plan. Even if you gonna do nothing. I literally plan days where I will say from 2 to 4, I'm gonna watch Netflix. I'm not doing nothing. That's what I'm gonna do. Nothing. Because I need time to do nothing. Okay? Even if that's the case, you have to plan that. Our days have to be planned, and I am convinced, and I have heard it more times than I can count on 2 hands from people that are already successful, that your success starts with how you operate in your mornings. Period. That I'm telling you. So for those of you, and let me say this, for those of us that have gotten a little older and we're at 50, approaching 50, over 50, let me tell you what also happens. Eventually you start realizing that sleep is not an option. It is not an option whether I'm going to sleep or not. You literally have to start planning your days according to how much sleep you need and say, look, I'm going to plan my days, but I know I got to go to sleep at X amount of time because I need X amount of hours. It's only so long. Being young, I did it, guys. I functioned off of an hour of sleep, 2 hours of sleep for years. then I realized, okay, I don't function as well anymore when I've sacrificed sleep. So also, guys, when I'm going to bed is also, now that's way past the morning, but when I go to bed is also become something that I plan in my day, because I know how many hours of sleep I need to feel good. Okay? So I plan that also. So my point to you all is that we have lived long enough off of just getting up, doing whatever happens next, planning maybe 2-3 things in our day, and then let the rest just roll out however. Guys, if you want to be successful, if you really want to see real change in your life, you are going to have to plan your morning, starting in the morning. You're going to have to plan how your day is going to flow. It is absolutely necessary. And this is going to have to become routine. Literally, you're going to have to get yourself into some routine habits that become the way you are disciplining yourself to do whatever it is that you need to do. It is absolutely imperative to real success and real change. You're not going to have it any other way, because everything you do is going to be on the fly, and you'll never be able to really get a grip. And let me tell you something about once you start creating this disciplined way of thinking, of doing things, it also, I find, it makes you able to handle what I call the glitches in the day. You know, a client of mine always says, you know, I had the matrix, it was acting up today, and I just had to do some things a little different. When you have to put out fires, especially those of us that have a lot of responsibility, something about starting to invoke this level of discipline, it starts to also change something in you. It starts to make you become a little more proactive and not so reactive to different things that happen in your life, because life is going to happen. But these are disciplines that are necessary for you to be able to function in these busy lives that we want to have. It is absolutely necessary. It's going to start to increase your energy level. It's nothing like waking up and having a clear picture about what the day is going to bring. It's no greater feeling than knowing what the day looks like. Having a snapshot. Okay, this is what the day looks like to me. And so this is how, so it's literally, you're almost doing like a daily vision board. For those of you all that have never done them, you really need to do one for different cycles of your life. So imagine having a daily vision board. Okay, this day is going to go like this. That's how that day is going to flow. It makes you approach the day and the morning with a different sense of accomplishment, a different sense of energy, because you really have already outlined in your mind how this day is going to fold out, how it's going to unfold, should I say. You literally have done that. I tell you guys, get the book. It's excellent. It's called Miracle Mornings. They actually have, I believe, the Miracle Morning series. They have it for kids, for entrepreneurs. I think they have it for different people in different stages in their lives. I'm almost through with it. It's great. I've done like 3/4 of the reading of it, but it's really great so far. So I just want to challenge you all. We need to make some changes. It is necessary that we do some things different, but it's only going to happen if you first start changing your daily habits, starting with the morning. That is the only way it's going to happen. I see it's already 7:30, guys. What I do as soon as I get off the phone with you all is I go get myself some breakfast so I can have some fuel for the day. So I've already put my breakfast order in. I actually put it in before I call you on. I tell them to start getting it ready at a certain hour so it can be ready. But see, I've planned that. I called them. I said, look, I need XYZ. I usually eat egg white omelets, and they don't start cooking it till maybe about 5 minutes ago, so it's not real cold. So that's even me planning my morning. So I will see you all next week. I'm getting ready to go get my egg white omelet. I didn't really eat dinner, so I need some fuel. But I want you all to get those schedules together. Start planning your day. Start off with the morning. Start there. What am I going to do within this 2-hour span from the time I get up to the time I start work? Plan that out. And then when we start talking more about the Salon Owner Strategies Conference. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about how to really structure your day, how to even structure the time. You need to even know how much time you need and how much overlapping time. How many clients can I really schedule in a day based off of what I do and my speed? And so we're going to get into that a little bit too. But again, anybody interested in our Salon Owner Strategies Conference, go on. You actually can see the number on here. Felicia Johnson has put it up. It's 708-798-7900. Just text me. It's a cell phone. Just text me your email. I'll send you what it is that you need to have. Also, I'm launching it's really, I don't like to call it a mentorship program, but that's what it is. It's called Stretch. It's an acronym for more of an empowerment program, and it's catered to salon owners. I'll be talking about that next week because Stretch is an acronym, and I want you all, if you're interested, to understand what this is about. It's about people that are ready to do. Not just, we're not just looking to just connect and have people to hang out with. No. We're looking for people that are ready. They know they have a call to action. They just need two things. What I will be providing for you is simple, is resources and direction. That's what me and my team do. We try to just, okay, where do you need the biggest help? And what are the resources that you need in order to have it, in order to do it? So that will also don't forget, those of you all that are interested in expanding what it is that you do in your service menu, we got the Color Me Crazy movement. It's going to be so powerful. We're going to 10 cities. It is broken up into 9 modules, so you can kind of learn whatever it is that you want to learn. It's interactive. It is a class that will allow you, if you just want to learn about gray hair, you can just learn about gray hair. If you just want to learn about how bleach works, you can just learn about how bleach works. And you will get a chance to actually do some what we call mini hands-on experiences. So you all go, you'll see Eddie, Natalie, Spencer. The first one, actually, we're going to be doing, I'm doing the first one really in LA. So if you all are interested in the LA class, if you all are on the West Coast, you can actually put that also on that same number, 708-798-7900. You can put it on that number and just send that you're interested in the LA Color Me Crazy movement seminar, and I'll send you some information, because my website, I still got to load all this stuff up. I got more stuff happening than I can get it loaded up quick enough. Or if you're interested in going to, we're going to be in Atlanta, I believe, next. We're going to have that date for you too. So whatever it is that you need from me, even if it's a question about something I've said today, go on or call or text me at 708-798-7900. That would be for if you want to know Color Me Crazy, where is it going to be? If you want to possibly get into the mentor program, which is called Stretch, I'm going to go into that, but I can still send you some info. If you want to come to the Salon Owner Seminar, which will be in September in Chicago next year, so you got time, then you could also send me, I need some information on this. I will be able to send you whatever you need. Just send me your email. Now, the fact that you're texting me, I'll also store your number. Some things I'll send back to you via text. Some things I'll send back to you via email. But I'm getting ready to go into the restaurant now and pick up my breakfast. Again, I just want to see change. I want to see movement. I want to see us getting better. And I believe that those of you all that listen to me every morning, it's because you want to be better, and I'm going to help you do that. So peace out. I'll see you Monday. Bye.